Why has this come to a head this century? Well, for the last 6,000 years, we have planted our crops down by the riverside. The local flooding used to bring down rich silt that would remineralise the farms. Now, the farms don't get that luxury. What does our family do about it? Well, we have found a source of nature's reservoir of ancient plants and herbs that have been preserved for times just like this. My first tip, therefore, is this. Find yourself a mineral supplement that is organic, plant-derived, ionically charged, that's from the photosynthesis, and is colloidal. Just using that alone will make such a dramatic difference to your energy and your immune function. Now let's turn to what I call the chemical scandal. Do you know that by the turn of the millennium there were in excess of 150,000 chemicals or chemical compounds in common use in our immediate environment? They're everywhere. Take your house for instance. There are plastics, glues, organophosphates, paints, formaldehydes, fragrances and all kinds of treatments that are constantly outgassing into the air. Lock your house up for a day and you come home to a veritable gas chamber. How come we need so many cleaning chemicals anyway? Since when did we become so convinced that we are so filthy that we need 16 to 18 different cleaning compounds in various parts of the house? Just take your bathroom, for example. There are almost 900 toxic chemicals that are commonly being used in your personal care and cosmetic items. These chemicals get into your body and your children's bodies through the skin, the lungs, the mouth and the nose. Now, we're all obsessed with teaching our kids hygienic habits, but at what cost? Here are two chemicals that you are sure to find in your bathroom products. Sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laureth sulfate, and you'll find those in the things that bubble, including your toothpaste, and propylene glycol in moisturisers and lotions. They get in through the skin and they cause major health challenges. Tip 2 then is to minimise the chemicals that you have in your house, especially your bathroom, and to adequately ventilate your home. Do you remember the typical snotty-nosed little kid? He's the one whose nose is always running. Just smell his clothes. The chances are they've been washed in something that contains lots of fragrance. Then you think to yourself, what about his pyjamas and his pillowcase? What chance does he have? What long-term damage are the fragrances doing to the mucous membranes in his body? Oh, don't forget to read the ingredients panels on your packaged food items. If in doubt, keep it out. There's a truckload of proof that big business is using our bodies to dispose of their toxic wastes. Hard to believe? Find a good book that will tell you all about the additives that are just given numbers. You'll find many of those numbers are banned in many countries around the world. Not in Australia. Wonder why? Tip 3. Don't read the hype and marketing gimmicks like less fat, no added sugar, antioxidants, etc. Read and understand the ingredients panel. Tip 4. Filter your water. Now, let's talk about antioxidants. Most people these days have heard of them. There was a time not long ago when the medical establishment opposed the taking of antioxidant supplements. Nowadays, you'll find that most sensible doctors are taking antioxidants themselves. Another question. How come we need antioxidants now and we didn't need them before? 2 reasons. Firstly, we are being subjected to an unprecedented barrage of free radicals from the chemicals, pollution and lifestyle. Secondly, we use to derive our antioxidants from our fruit and veggies. The short version of a very long study is that doesn't happen anymore. Early harvesting and genetic engineering have put paid to that source of these essential nutrients. Tip 5, take a regular dose of a cocktail of powerful antioxidants. Now for the elimination of toxins. One of the most remarkable organs is the liver. It has an enormous capacity and performs a myriad of tasks. One of the liver's main functions is to cleanse the body. It takes all the toxins, poisons and chemicals out of the blood. Well, it used to, that is. Any time a foreign compound gets into the body, the liver will develop and manufacture an enzyme that will effectively expel the stuff. Now there are 2 problems here. Firstly, because most of us don't get enough minerals in our diet, there isn't anything for the liver to use when making the enzymes. No building materials. Secondly, we are overwhelming the liver with too many chemicals. It just can't cope. These chemicals then are stored away in our fat cells, out of harm's way. Chemicals in fat cells cause hormonal problems, obesity problems and brain problems. For my sixth tip, find an oral chelating formula that can gently cleanse the fat cells and assist the liver to expel the unwanted poisons. If you're a woman between the age of 12 and 98, I would highly recommend that you locate and use a hormone balancing cream. Rub it into the skin, it gets into the bloodstream, and most of your problems will disappear. My final tip today, drink heaps of filtered water and exercise moderately. Now I can hear you saying minerals, antioxidants, chelating pills, hormone creams. How much is this going to cost? Look, what price do you put on your health? How much would you pay to prevent an early death? Imagine if your doctor told you that you're going to die next week, but you discovered that you would absolutely extend your life by a year or two if you bought a special pill that would cost $50,000. Would you pay the $50,000 to get another year or two of your life? What about if it was your child or your grandchild? Would you be prepared to pay $50,000 for an extra year of life and love for them? Of course you would. Okay, if you paid only an extra $2.50 a day for ongoing prevention, it would take 55 years to add up to $50,000. That's less than the price of a cup of coffee each day. Surely you can prioritise your money to ensure a better way of life? But if not for you, what about the kids? Take a good look around you. What kind of planet are we leaving our children? What kind of attitudes are we teaching them? They watch you, you know. Just by making a few subtle changes to your way of life, you can make a huge difference to and for our next generation. So here's what to do in a nutshell. This is our little formula. Take mineral supplements, antioxidants, chelating pills, use a hormone cream, drink lots of filtered water, exercise moderately, get the chemicals out of your life, and throw away your microwave oven. And there it is. Now that's not much, but it will make a huge difference. Teach your children well, for they are looking to us for direction. Get back to the person who gave you this tape and take the next step. Please make a difference. Please.